how did they contact you for this film? Like, was this a script that you had seen prior, and were you there in the developing stages?
I had just come off a movie called She's the Man with Amanda Bynes and was reading lots of scripts, and this was a script that had been submitted to me. And about halfway through the movie, I have a 10-year-old son. I found a lot of parallels and was really enjoying it and could see the movie. And by the time I hit the last page, I called my agent. I was like, that's the one I want.
As a working father in Hollywood that has a career and also has a child, I mean, what is it about this that you kind of related to even more so?
Well, you know, I think that Joe Kingman is driven by a career that puts him on away games, puts him, you know, he has a responsibility to a team. You're the film director, you're on location for months on end. You've got 200 to 400 people a day that you're responsible for. You have a studio that's so. Yet the most important thing in your life is your son. So it is how to find that balance. My son didn't ask to have a director for a father, but he has a director for a father, and it's how he and I are constantly developing those ways to have him be able to enjoy all that and experience all of that.
What has he discovered since, like, seeing you on set? And
that I'm a hack. That he has better directors, and if I could get on Hannah Montana, I would be cool. And that certain movies that I've done, like Reefer Madness, he knows he can't watch for several years, but all of his friends tell him that when he can watch it, it's going to be really cool. He emailed me, we were on the press tour, and the other day, he's 10, and I got an email from him that says, "Dad, you're on Fox 24/7. And so I realized he meant the commercial was running, but I know he's like a little media guy now. He's like letting me know 24/7. I'm like, who talks that way?
The adage of like not working with children and animals. I mean, are you like an old hand with these
children, animals, and now don't work with wrestlers? That's the start with that. Don't work with wrestlers. If you can choose between children and animals and wrestlers, take the children and animals. I got very lucky. Working with kids is a lot of fun for me. Madison is just a spectacular kid and an amazing actress. Brand new. When we started working together, she had a few commercials, done some episodes of Barney, so it wasn't like all of a sudden you were looking at like Sir John Gielgud's resume of like, she's done Shakespeare. But so much raw talent, and it all just exudes from her. The biggest diva was the dog. Because the dog, there's nothing more humbling than working with a dog, only because on a set, when you yell action and cut, everything stops on a dime or starts on a dime, except for the dog. So, you know, the dog doesn't really care that you're the director. Dog is not familiar with your work. The dog is not interested in talking about it over lunch. The dog's not really interested in your thoughts on the character. Your dog is not interested in what you can do for his career. Dog has one interest, which is there better be a treat in that hand, because if not, you're creeping me out. You want me to go over there? I'll do it, but you're going to have to feed me.
You gave him a lot of screen time for somebody so difficult.
When in doubt, go to the dog. The dog, Tubbs, was so much fun to have around, and truly he got so used to us. We had that big penthouse set, 6,000 square feet, and you have this old dog who at any given point, we'd look around and you'd be talking and the dog would just be laid out next to you and be like, all right, he seems pretty good. Like, dog was never like in his cage in the trailer or any of his, that dog was just with us. He was like your dog would be.
Working with The Rock, kind of having him do this like kind of, I mean, it's a big leap for him. Everybody knows him as this like action hero, and I mean, he has been delving into comedy, but this is a real jump.
So working with The Rock in this type of movie really for me was an opportunity to explore all of these sides that we've started to see hints of. He was so funny and be cool, so charming and rundown. Watching him host Saturday Night Live, so funny. Here was a chance to combine a lot of those things, the action guy as a football player, and the heart and the warmth, and he's a great actor. And when you're working with a great actor, honestly, your job's very easy. And when you put him with other great actors like Kira Sedgwick, Rosalind Sanchez, Morris Chestnut, makes my job very easy.